Sweet home, Chicago. For those, um, I don't think I've ever done a live stream through here. I may have done a video. Um, what I'm going to do here is I'm coming out of Wisconsin, Appleton, just southwest of Green Bay. I got to take this load into um, east of Gary, Indiana, way east of Gary, Indiana. I think about 40 miles east of Gary, but I don't have to deliver till 9 o'clock in the morning. I told a few people I was going to do this, but I'm starting a little bit early. You're not going to see downtown right away. This is not going to be a very long live stream, so you can watch it from the beginning. And I thank you very much, and hopefully you appreciate it. Right now, I'm in a northern suburb of Chicago called Skokie. Now, the majority of the Jewish community in Chicago lived in Skokie. Um, I'm pretty sure that it's got a small amusement park here called Santa's Village. I went once when I was little. I don't remember all of it, but I was like only 5 years old then. But this is way on the north side. Few famous things happened here back in the day. I remember that was stupid. One of the famous things that happened here in Skokie was we have freedom of speech in this country, but within the confines of consequences. I don't remember exactly how it turned out, but the a group of neo Nazis got a permit to have a rally in this park, and they were awarded the permit. They didn't realize it was in the middle of Skokie, which is a Jewish community. The movie The Blues Brothers touched up on that, which was kind of funny, but really it's very distasteful and stupidity. A big waste of time and money, and just shows that some people that really need to reevaluate their lives, if those people are still alive to this day. But this here is Skokie. I don't know if it's still predominantly a Jewish community suburb of Chicago. It might be. I've been way out of touch. But the reason why you see the sky glowing in front of you is because of the lights of the city. The city is about the same, if you count the suburbs and the metro Chicagoland area, it's about the same as it is for Makati and Manila. It's about the same size. Uh, Shaped a lot differently. To my left, about, I would say about 2 miles to my left, is one of the Great Lakes called Lake Michigan. It's pretty large. It's what separates the state of Illinois and Wisconsin from Michigan. I just can't wait to see the sign for Addison Street. West Addison. You get off that exit, make a left, head towards the lake, and about a mile and a half, you'll run into Wrigley Field, one of my favorite places to go. Haven't been in a long time, though. I've been meaning to take my son to Wrigley Field at least once. What's so special about Wrigley Field is I'm sitting in the very same seats as my granddad did when he was a kid, and my father as he was a kid. They're all long since gone. Me and my brothers, we sat in those very same seats. Now I got to take my son to it and say, look, you're the fifth generation that have sat in these very same seats to watch a Cubs game. So it's really special. It's one of the oldest major league ballparks. The oldest is Fenway, and then Wrigley Field was built a few years after that one was built. Well over 100 years old. But the history of Wrigley Field was not a Major League Baseball team stadium. It's the only stadium left of the Federal League before it became part of the MLB. But this is not during the day, which you would see the buildings a lot better. However, don't knock it until you see it. At night, you see the buildings lit up like Christmas trees. And the one I always look to the sky for used to be the tallest building in the world for years. It is now known as the Willis Tower, but the people that grew up and were raised here years ago, we still call it Sears Tower. And on top of that building is a basketball court, and the very top floor is called Sky Deck. From there, you can see Wisconsin, you can see the state of Michigan, and you can see the state of Indiana from the top of that building. Very interesting. Just nobody joins us. They'll just have to watch it from the beginning. But I started this early in the northern suburb of Skokie. There's a lot to see here. And there's a lot to do here. And don't believe everything you hear on the news. The news, makes things overblown. Now, if you're looking for trouble, like a lot of people do, then Cicero, the suburb of Cicero, which is in the southern part of Chicago, yes, you will find it there if you're looking for trouble. My dad had a house there for years. And the house wasn't, but when you left the house and went through the alleyway and through another row of houses, and you ended up on a street, there was a bowling alley where the sign in front of the building had a leaning bowling pin that said bowl, and it had a ball hitting the pin. That bowling alley was in the movie Uncle Buck with John Candy. This is Interstate 94, and once I entered Skokie, which is the greater Chicagoland area, they call this the Dan Ryan Expressway. It was named after a Chicago police officer that was murdered on the highway here. They named it the Dan Ryan. Yeah, that happened, I think, before I was even born. But right there in the middle of the highway, that's the start of the L train station right there. A lot of people call it a subway. Chicago's unique. We call it the L for short, elevated train. I appreciate you being here, and I really can't read the chat, but thanks for joining me. You might see some things that you've never seen before, and you can hope that you'd get to see it, but maybe not. But it's right there in the middle of the interstate, right there. That's a station right there for the L. Basically, I'm timing this just right. I normally don't cut through the city here, but it's so late at night or early in the morning, traffic is not heavy, so I can get through pretty quickly. The morning rush hour really doesn't hit till like right around 5:30. But however, there's not as many people working downtown like there used to be. A lot of the buildings downtown are empty. Well, they're not completely empty, but there are some floors that there's no occupants. Thank you for joining me, and I really appreciate it. I was hoping a lot more folks would show. But it's probably everybody's lunchtime. And the majority of people over here in the West are asleep. I do know this. There is somebody that is probably right about now entering. Well, wait a minute. He's probably over the Providence of Saskatchewan right now. If he lifted off on time, which he probably did because, the weather's no problem. There shouldn't have been any delays. But I was born here. If you look to your right, you can see some of the skyscrapers now. They're all lit up. The one I want to see, downtown. Downtown. Go right by it. The white light, if you can see it now, you really can't. You're going to have to wait till I get a little closer. The camera's not picking up because the street lights are too bright. But I'm coming close to downtown right now. But I told some of my UK friends, YouTube friends, that if they're awake, they're probably not because it's pretty late there. Well, actually, not really. It's early in the morning for them. It's like 6 in the morning, I think. 6 or 7. Because I'm still in central time zone of the United States. But where I'll be at, I'll just enter Eastern time zone. Because Gary, Indiana is in, there's Smokey Bear. Gary, Indiana is the only portion that's in central time zone. But then once you get through Gary, you enter into Eastern time zone. Oh, I got someone coming up to the panel here. I got to get them out. Oh, shit. Messed up. Smokey Bear, what you doing, driver? Oh, yeah, this is Ryan. He was wanting to come up when I did this. All right, folks, right there, right almost dead in front of me. Once the sign gets out of the way, this downtown Chicago.
No.
I don't. Well, I'll get closer. You'll really see them. There's a white blinking light up on top of the Sears Tower. Now, the sky deck is lit, but only about half the building's lit up. If it was during the day, you would easily see it, but I'm facing downtown. Passed by Wrigley Field there a minute ago.
Mm.
Well, the
Has it
exit
warmed?
to West Addison.
Has it warmed up anymore or not?
Hey, I'm not. I'm on the plus side instead of minus.
Oh, well, that's good.
Ryan, if you can copy and paste the link to the panel again.
Yes,
But
of course.
I'm holding my phone so y'all can get a better look at it.
I don't know if I'll be able to. I'll try. Let's do that.
It still should be in the chat. It shouldn't have disappeared.
No, it's come up with a red. It's come up with red. It says that I'm not able to.
All right, got a drunk ass to my right here. And he's driving that freaking taxi. You want to put another dent in that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, these damn streetlights are so bright, man. If they would turn them off just a minute, you'd see the entire skyline.
Jeez.
I'll be surrounded by buildings here in a minute, but I'm going to be going under some streets though.
Wow. Yeah, no, I've never been to Chicago.
Baby, don't you want to go?
The windy city. Maybe I should move there, Sean.
Yeah, well, it's true because of the wind coming off the lake, but it's not windy right now.
Lake Michigan is, yeah. And it can be a dangerous lake. You can get swept into there.
You can probably see that shit and the light and everything got in the way.
Mm.
I'm trying to show you guys. Shit. Back to that same old place. Sweet home, Chicago. There it is, right in the middle. That's the Sears Tower. All them lights.
Yep.
At one time, that was the tallest building in the world, and it held that title for quite some time.
Yeah, until the Burj Khalifa came along.
It was even taller than the Twin Towers when they were standing.
Wow, and they were what were they? 1,000 foot.
The thing is, yes, that building was made of steel, but on the outer shell was concrete. That's why they looked white.
Yes.
When you look at the Chicago skyline from a distance, you see nothing but black. The Sears Tower is black because there is no concrete. It's all steel and iron and glass windows.
Okay. Oh, I never knew that.
And the next recognizable building, I really didn't show it to you guys, is the John Hancock building.
Yeah.
Now, this is south of town.
Mm-hmm. So where are we heading then at the minute?
I'm heading to Indiana. Westville, Indiana. Going to a Dollar General warehouse to deliver this load.
I know. Do you know what Dollar
That's the ice cream.
Yeah, Dollar General's doing what our version of Dollar General. So we've got Poundland, but they sell things for over £1 now.
Well, we got so many dollar stores, it's ridiculous. And dude,
oh yeah, Dollar Tree.
That car is going to get ass-ended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there's so many dollar stores in the States.
Well, we got so many different. We got Family Dollar, Dollar General, Dollar Tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm missing some more, but there's a bunch of different types of dollar stores.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky to
Yeah.
get a stick of gum for $1 in them stores. Don't let the
Mhm.
name fool you.
Oh yeah, no. You can go into the pound store here, Sean, and you can buy something for £12. You're there like, well, why have you called it?
Yeah, I invented that. Yeah, no, that's not dollar store. It's dollars store.
Yeah, dollars.
Now, these are some of the Southside housing projects right here.
Oh, okay.
I trained a driver from there. On the north side, there used to be a place called Caprini Green,
Mm.
and that place was so dangerous, not even the police would go in there.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes, not even the police would go in. Well, they would go in, but only with an army.
That sounds a bit like Camden, New Jersey.
Worse.
Worse. Wow.
Yes.
Wow, because for many, many, many years, I don't know, it might have still been, but Camden was the most dangerous city in the US.
No. Well, for years it was Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, well, makes sense. But I mean, like every place has its bad cloud, doesn't it? But
Well, what happened was is Detroit is the biggest bankruptcy of a city
yeah,
in the
yeah.
history of the world. Oh, here we go. There's the new Comiskey. Well, it's new. We call it the new Comiskey Park. The old one was on that side of the highway, but that's
Oh,
where the
okay.
Chicago White Sox play baseball right there.
Oh,
See the little.
nice.
Well, shit. It looks so damn far away. I'm right on top of the damn stadium. It's right there. Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look at that.
Yeah, it
That's a
says
big
Chicago White
stadium.
Sox. Yeah, it's right there.
That is a big
Guaranteed rate
stadium.
field is what they call it now. It used to be over there years ago, Old Comiskey Park. Over there is Soldiers Field. But the Bears ain't going to be playing there too much anymore. They're moving to Arlington Heights, which is a suburb of Chicago.
Mm. Oh, nice.
What it is the field is just so old and decrepit. Even though they rebuilt the stadium but kept the outer shell, the columns where it looked like it was built in Rome, ancient Rome. It's time to move on. Bears
Yeah.
get a state of the art stadium and they're going to build it right there in Arlington.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, apparently it made it down to 10 degrees here today.
It's getting warmer. It's 3.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
South side of Chicago is 3 degrees, man. At least I'm on the plus side and not the
Yeah.
negative.
3 degrees.
Because you'd step out of the truck and you got to don't put your gloves on. My hands would start burning.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. If you walk outside with no gloves on, it's 3 degrees. Even 10 degrees. It's enough to make someone cry.
Not too bad, but when you get down to 30 below and colder, you have to wear goggles or your eyeballs will burn.
See, do you know what I've found when it's 20 degrees and then I've gone outside an hour later and it's been 10 degrees, it doesn't even feel any colder for me. I don't know why, but once it hits a certain temperature of cold, it doesn't feel any worse for me.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're still awake. Or wait a minute, no, I ain't. It's 6 in the morning where you're at.
It's 7:23.
Sean, 7:23.
Yeah, Sean, I literally got up and I saw you were live, so I got up and came on your live about 2 minutes after. But no, I need to go to the store this morning.
Right there in the middle, there's an L train station right there. There's an endangered persons alert. A tan 95 Oldsmobile Coretta. I think that's what it said. that must mean dangerous persons. That must mean that it could be a child.
Mm. Oh. Wow.
Left lane, Indiana Toll Road.
Mm. Yeah. So
There's
it must
part of
be.
the L going over the highway here. That's what that bridge was.
So what time is it for you? Is it 1:24 or 2:24?
124 because I'm still in Central
1:24.
Time
Yeah.
Zone.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's crazy to think that in Hawaii at the minute it would be. if, in Hawaii, it's like it's 7:24 in the evening. So if someone knew someone in Australia, if someone in Hawaii knew someone in Australia, that's a.
I think I understand why now. You know, remember I told you that I don't understand why the people from the UK like me, but people from Australia hate me.
Mm,
I think I know why now. And I asked the question again: didn't we do nuclear testing there?
think so.
Maybe that's why they have issues.
Maybe. Well, it's just like French people don't like the English, and we don't like them.
Well, all of Europe treats the French like a redheaded stepchild,
Oh yeah.
and I
Yeah,
can never figure that out for years. Why does everybody hate the French?
I don't hate the French. I don't hate the French at all.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think France is lovely.
One excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh.
Here in a few minutes, I'll be crossing into Indiana to Hammond, and it's the greater Gary, Indiana area. That's where Philip Jenick was originally from, the YouTuber Philip Jenick. But he lives in Vietnam now.
Yeah.
But before I get there, I'll be going through Calumet City, and that's where the Blues Brothers in the movie were from, Calumet City.
No. So how long is your drive still? A few more hours? Couple hours?
Not probably about an hour. I'm only 48 miles from where I got to be, but I can't deliver this until 9 in the morning.
Ah.
And in that time zone is currently 2:27.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I made it through downtown so quickly like I did, because traffic can be pretty bad through there during the day, especially morning rush hour.
Oh, exactly what Sammy just said. Ignore the people who hate you, take care of the people who love you, and that's it. Yeah, no, of course. Do you know, I have no issue with anyone from any country.
They hated that comment. I was asking a serious question. I'm sorry it came out funny. A lot of them got angry with me with that. Well, I mean, didn't we do nuclear testing there in Australia? We did it everywhere else in the Pacific. We dropped 2 bombs on Japan. Yeah. They rebuilt those cities, and they're nice. That's what's funny. We dropped 2 atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, Japan. You look at them today, beautiful cities, all lit up, nice and everything. But you look at a lot of American cities now, it looks like we've been bombed out buildings in Beirut.
Oh, yeah.
Some of it looks like the Gaza Strip. I'm serious. Go to Detroit. Camden, New Jersey is another one.
No, I've seen the photos of Detroit.
Yeah, a lot of our cities are decrepit and bankrupt. But people turn a blind eye to it and blame it on something else that It's like that had
No.
nothing to do with it. You need to put it in the direction. I can tell you what happened to Detroit. That's easy. Okay, at its height was the height of our auto industry. The whole greater Detroit area, you had 5 million people that lived in that area. I'm talking not just the greater downtown Detroit area. I'm talking about Redford, Inkster, Romulus, your surrounding burbs of Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about 5 million people. Today, less than a million.
Oh yeah.
What the hell? And everybody asks, well, what the hell happened? Well, that's easy.
Well, the
40,
the population. Sorry, go on.
40 people decided why Detroit is the way it is. 40 people on the boards of directors of the 3 major auto industries, which is Chrysler, Ford, and GM. They decided to put all these people out of work and move the jobs to Hyderabad or Sao Paulo, Brazil, or Beijing.
Yeah, well, it's like
when you take away that many good-paying jobs, what do you think happens to a city like that?
Oh yeah, well, it goes bankrupt.
Exactly.
When you have all the big like companies and stuff, because what was it? I don't know if he was saying. Well, he must have been, but when I was in Hilton Head last, Sean, on the way back, at the airport, we were having a chat with the officer who was on duty there, and he was from Columbus, Ohio, and he said the reason why all the lights are turned off is because all the businesses have gone.
I'm sorry, Sammy. I don't read the chat because I can't read the chat.
Oh, I can be on standby to do that, Sean.
Yeah, because I'm driving. I can glance and see who's in here, but I can't read the chat. I glance over, read a couple of words, and look away. I mean, I really can't see it.
Yeah, sorry.
I was driving slow enough where I could see Sammy's comment. And it's like this. I know I got people that subscribe to me and they get notifications just like I do with their channel. They have the choice. They can come and see something that they've never seen before, or they can choose not to. I'm not going to force anybody. I just do this so they can enjoy it. You know, they can come back and watch it from the beginning, maybe later. I mean, I do that sometimes. If I miss a live stream, I'll go back and watch a bit of it.
Oh, Tammy said, oh, stop it, lol, just teasing. My brain can't function at the minute because I've been up for 15 minutes.
This bridge I'm crossing is fairly old. I remember crossing this very same bridge. Nothing's changed. It looks the same as it did when I was a little boy at the age of 5. Looks no different. I'm talking like way back in 1976 during our bicentennial. This bridge looks no different now than it did then. Crossed over this to go over to my grandmother's house in Michigan. I'll be hitting the Indiana state line here pretty soon. But I'll tell you, man, these cell phone cameras still do not do anything justice. They make everything look so freaking far away, even though you're right there. I got somebody trying to come up to the panel. Yeah, it's Ryan. I didn't know Ryan fell off. There we go.
Yeah, no, our internet got cut off for a second because they're doing building work out there. But yeah, no. Yeah, and I'll just check the weather quickly as well. So the real feel is 2 degrees. So, yeah.
God damn, how many times do I got to hit the button?
There we go.
That's what I hate about this phone. I keep hitting it and hitting it, and oh, then it finally takes.
Hmm. Oh, let's have a little look. No, that's all right, Sammy. No worries. I mean, I can't believe that I just got up and straight away came on a live because usually I'm just there like, was that earlier today or is that currently live? And then usually by the time I've made my voice up, I'm already asleep again.
Easy
yeah,
pass.
yeah. And in the chat, put bye, Sean. Back to my work.
Oh yeah, they were the first persons that came in.
Hmm.
When I glanced over to the chat, that was the first person that chatted.
Yeah. And Sammy said that she can't come up because she's preparing herself for her tournament later on. So that's all right. Yeah, I have to get over to the store by 8 o'clock because otherwise it's stupidly busy.
I wish we would catch up with what New Jersey and New York is doing. They're eliminating these toll booths like this and just running a thing across the highway that reads your best pass or your easy pass.
Indiana, there we go.
Not yet.
No,
well,
not
it's
yet.
right up. It's right up there. Yes, but
Yeah.
well, actually, wrong. I am in Indiana.
Yeah, I thought so. Thought so.
I didn't know I crossed in already. Okay, this is Hammond right here. The next two exits. This is where Philip Janik used to live.
No.
Lives in Vietnam right now.
Well, yeah, no, Sammy. I hope your tournament goes well.
This is Calumet, and then there's Hammond.
Oh. It just looks freezing there, though. Now it really looks just cold.
I'm holding at 3 degrees. The only thing that's making it cold is the lake because it's right there to my left.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you won't be seeing 50 degrees where you were at for a good few, well, an average of 50 degrees until mid-March.
Usually it doesn't get warm up here until late May.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I know. Yeah, I know. But then by the time mid-March comes around at my grandparents', it's in the mid-70s on average every day. I mean, hell, I think next week there it's going to be 70 for 5 days in a row. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Oh, the sun's not even up yet here, when it's 20 to 8.
Anyway, I'm thinking about getting a better camera that I can hook to my phone and use it for live streaming. That way you can actually see what I'm seeing instead of making everything where I'm only standing 10 feet away from it, but make it look like it's a mile away.
No, I know. My phone does that. It's really annoying. Because it's like when I took a photo in London, it looked like the buildings were like, well, no, on Boxing Day when I was going past London, I took a photo, and I swear the central London looked like it was like 30 miles away. I was only about 5 miles from it.
Yeah, this has got to be a record, Ryan. I started north of Skokie. You're talking way north side of Chicago. I already went through Chicago and I'm in Indiana, and that was 40 minutes ago. Typically during the day, it takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to drive that.
Oh yeah, well, this is how much of a difference it makes, right? When I go to London Heathrow at 5 in the morning, we get there by 6:10. If we left at 6 o'clock, we wouldn't get there till 8 o'clock. Because the traffic always starts on the M25 around London Heathrow at about 6. It just gets stupidly busy. I mean, it's been that packed before. It's been that much of a standstill, Sean. People have gotten out of their cars and started playing football with each other.
What the hell?
Yeah. Oh. Wow. Well, once again, it says it's going to be. So yeah, I don't get it. It's this cold here this week, but by Saturday it will be 60, and then it will drop down to 54. Then it'll go back up to 60, and it will go up to 68 next week.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
No, that's not. That's like June temperature here.
I want to go. I want to go south. From here, send me to Florida, Texas.
Oh yeah.
Laredo specifically. That way I can go across the border and get some real Mexican food.
Oh, well, did you hear Houston had some sleet yesterday? They got sleet.
It got as cold as far south as San Antonio.
Yeah. It was like 10 degrees in Dallas yesterday morning. I was there like, Jesus.
You were going to escape the cold, but it'll stay colder up here a lot longer than it will down there. It'll warm up quickly down in Texas.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, can you turn your freaking high beams off?
Well, it's like I have a friend. I mean, he doesn't live there anymore. He still lives in well, just outside of Nashville, and that gets freezing there. But
there's an L train right there. It's right here at the station.
Oh wow!
Too.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's originally from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and he said that it's like 86 degrees there year round and 80 during the night, and it's just like that every single month of the year, every day.
It's in the tropics.
And I'm there like, oh my God, could you imagine waking up and it's 80 degrees in February?
Yeah. Going to Hawaii, going to the Philippines, and going to the tropics and Bermuda and that whole area, it's all the same. It stays warm, perpetually warm year round.
Well, it's like when I meet someone and I say to them that I'm South African, they're like, wow, you're lucky. Because when you lived there, I bet it was warm all the time. And they're like, it can be 25 degrees in the morning sometimes.
Yeah, because you're close to the South Pole.
And it's weird because people always forget that it's the other way around because it's a southern hemisphere. So it's currently summertime there. And then
northern Africa stays warm all year round. Northern Africa, not southern Africa.
No. But yeah, no, it's currently summer there. So where I'm originally from, because it's on the outskirts of Cape Town. It's about it can get up to 115 degrees there.
Yeah, just let everybody know if you're just now coming in, you're gonna have to watch my live stream from the beginning when I end it in order to see downtown Chicago.
Oh, Eddie's is here.
Yeah, I started on the north side and the suburb called Skokie.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if it's still predominantly a Jewish community and Santa's Village is still there. I remember going to Santa's Village with a bunch of my Jewish friends, which is ironic.
Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but Ellie's Adventure Vlog says hello.
Oh, hello, Ellie. But look, they're Jewish, okay? And yet they have an amusement park called Santa's Village, which celebrates Christmas.
Yeah.
It's kind of an irony, you know?
Oh, no. How about it? Yeah. Right, well, Sean, buddy, I'm going to have to hop down because I need to get ready to go to the store because otherwise I'm going to be about 2 hours in there otherwise. Because
I'm going to end this anyway because, we gotta take care of business here real soon. Yeah. But I only did it mostly to show everybody downtown Chicago, place of my birth and where I grew up.
No, that was great.
Everybody,
all right,
thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy it. Ellie and everybody else, you're going to have to watch from the beginning when I end here. You'll enjoy it, okay? I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.
See you, Sean.
Bye-bye.